Bring back Baz. Oh, he's right here. That one's flicked away. It was in the air, but no one there to field that. That's the first boundary of the morning, and a good shot too. But Ali ends the over with a boundary. It's 10 for 1. But Azhar Ali at the crease for Pakistan at the moment. It's the early loss of Shah Massoud. Out for a duck this morning. Man who took his wicket back into the attack. Heavy grounds, keeping staff here. Good black flap on display there. That's the head of the future, isn't it? Keep the neck protected from the sun. Down the leg side. Chased all the way from Azhar Ali as well.
It's been a feature of Tim Southee over the last couple of years in particular of his career, his ability to set up a batsman. He works towards a plan, he's patient enough and lets the plan play out over a long period of time. When he decides the moment is to strike, he's able to execute it beautifully. Bang. Could not have timed that better, executed outstanding.
Don't underestimate too how much cricket intellect that takes, and not just cricket IQ, but the skill level. You've pitched the ball on a length 7 times, and all of a sudden you've got it within you to get that on a dime.
Well, it's the patience for me, Sumo. With experience comes that patience. I think a young Tim Southee, he might have gone shopping a little bit earlier, for want of a better term, but he's prepared to let a plan play out over a long period of time and then try and execute. If he had missed that Yorker, or if that hadn't have resulted in a wicket, he would have then started the plan again, and he would have been patient enough to let that plan play out. It's a real feature of Tim Southee the last couple of years, and something all young bowlers can learn from. And just there, you saw Tim Southee go wide of the crease. Again, Southee, he's just challenging the batter with different views. Look how wide on the crease Tim Southee is there. He's almost cutting that outside line. As a batter, it gives you something different to look at. He's always trying something, Southee. You always feel like, as a batter, he's one step in front of you. He doesn't just roll out the same plan time and time again.
Yeah, you've spoken about that a lot this series, about the need for a batsman to be one step in front of the bowler. The way Southee's bowling at the moment, he's just not allowing that. Let's that one go through to the keeper, Azhar, harmlessly so.
Well, Sumo, I look at Southee in this over. He's got 1 ball left. To me, he will go shopping in this last ball. What's his mode dismissal he's after? It's one of two things. He's either going to go fuller and try and swing it away and bring the slips into play, the 3 slips in the gully that Kane Williamson's got in operation, or he's going to come wide of the crease and he's going to try that 3/4 ball, try and get it back in to the right hand, Azhar Ali. It's built up to this moment.
It's come back in. One squirts off the bat, all the way out to Trent Bolt. Feeling a fine leg, and that'll bring an end to Tim Southee's 3rd over. 11 for 1, Pakistan. It's a scrub of the boots for Tim Southey after his third over. Trent Bolt back into the attack from the city end. Appeal inside edge. I think there were two noises there. A very special moment for some incredible residents of Christchurch yesterday as the Pakistan team visited survivors and those affected by the March 15, 2019 mosque attack. 51 lives lost, 40 further people injured, and hundreds of lives irrevocably changed by a murderous act that will not be forgotten. Full of this time from Trent Bolt.
This 2 balls ago, Sumo. First glance, I didn't think that was a bad shout. It's straight enough, it's pitched in line. The only thing would be height. Might be going over.
I wondered if they just thought they'd heard a couple of sounds, but good call on the end. But Sander looking on. The operating 12th man duties today. Unforgettable moment for him just a few days ago at Bay Oval, mopping up the Pakistan tail. Shane Shah, Freddie and Naseem, who put up a wonderful resistance for the last wicket. Naseem finally punching one back. Mitchell Sander leaping up, taking the catch. Swamped by his teammates. An enthralling last session. And to swing again, Trent Bolt. He's all aggression.
Yeah, he's trying to swing it. He's trying to swing it full and back into the pads of Abid Ali. But have a look at the dismissal at the Bay Oval in the second innings of Trent Bolt. Abid Ali was propping forward on that occasion. Bolt seized that opportunity, went short at pace, and he ripped the glove. But Abid Ali and then BJ Watling took a good catch. I just wonder at some stage whether Trent Bolt is going to back his length off and try and replicate the exact same plan.
Oh, look at that. That ball is doing all sorts out there at the moment. Well, Pakistan's top order woes pretty well documented. They've had 9 test innings since the start of 2020. And today is the 6th time in those 9 innings that they've lost at least 1 wicket in the first 3 overs.
Sumo, that was that ball there. He's played it well, Abid Ali, on this occasion. That is the exact ball Trent Bolt was looking for.
Into the over, 12 for 1.
कपड़ों को दे नई चमक और रंगों की करे हिफाजत। खुशबूदार सूफी सुपर डिटर्जेंट। सूफी सुपर एतमाद।
Six overs done. Tim Southey to start the 7th. Short this time. Pulling. And pulling well. That'll be the second boundary of the day. It's a good shot from Azhar Ali.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Azhar Ali. Value for your shots, square of the wicket when presented with the length. Surprised by Southey going short, especially first ball. Not sure that was actually a plan. I think he might have got his foot a little tangled up in those foot marks. Normally so disciplined.
It seemed to hold up, didn't it? Bounce and just hold. I'm sure Tim Southey will make a mental note of that. Some shape. EJ Watling almost ended up at the feet of the second slip.
That shape goes off the wicket and continues to swing. Look at Ross Taylor here. Wait, get me out of the way, he says. That would end up in his left pocket, I reckon.
Oh, here he is again, Tim Southey. Well dug out by Azhar Ali.
Starting to shape, isn't it, Sumo? Didn't really swing those first couple of overs, but we saw this at the Bay Oval as well. Almost once it just knocks that lacquer off, it starts to swing, you can get some heat into one side. Then it starts to go quite considerably.
One just straightening. Yeah. It's variable, the swing. I think, and that's the trick for both of these bowlers. Tim Southey will get that swing on a fuller leg. And then the next delivery will give him nothing. Too full that time, and that has cut through the slip quarter for 4 more.
It's almost a bump ball, this swung. Southey has gone looking for that Paul Yorker. Hits and then it hits the ground and beats 3 slips in a gully.
It's a risky shot. It could have gone horribly wrong for Azhar Ali. That is the end of the over. Pakistan 20 for 1. Pakistan 20 for 1. First session here at Hagley Park. Time to welcome into the commentary box Craig McMillan and Stephen Flynn.
Oh, that's close. That's close. Chris Brown shakes the head and says no. Skipper's not interested either. Morning, Stephen. Maybe height an issue there?
Morning, Macca. Morning, everybody. Certainly swing around. Good look at it. It's a good line. Hinting leg side, hitting high.
Oh, that's a jaffa. Wow, that is some delivery. Ali's done well not to get an edge on that. That's good from Bolt.
Well, it's been an excellent start again from the New Zealand bowlers. It took a couple of overs just to work out the line, the pace, what's going to happen. Seeking out the information, what is going to be the most effective length bowl. But that coming down to try and nullify that swing. Bolt was equal to the task.
Oh, that's a nice shot, nice balance. But Ali, the timing is superb. Races away for 4.
The challenge is when you've got the ball moving round is to be consistent. You hear captains talk about getting a line and length and building some consistency, but there's temptation when the ball is swinging. Also, how much adjustment you have to make each ball as to what you're going to do. New Zealand bowler's been a little bit guilty. Tim Southee in particular, just trying that magic ball, that leg stump line. Pakistan players have pretty efficient around that leg stump line. Occasion just a bit tangled up. New Zealand have missed on leg stump. They have been quite effective, and that's very important when it's in the bowler's favour. The scoreboard is still ticking. It makes a good defensive technique up with some good aggression when the opportunity presents.
Yeah, from a batting point of view, Flem, I think you're identifying a couple of scoring areas, and when it comes in those areas, like on your pads, you've got to make sure you hurt New Zealand. One of the challenges, I think, on any surface from a bowling point of view, whether it's green or flat, is actually finding the right length, the length that still attacks the top of the stumps, because generally that length is the length that will bring the batsman forward, so it brings a lot of dismissals into play. This surface that has extra pace and bounce, sometimes you can be a little bit guilty of being on the short side. Man back on the pull for Abid. Solid in defence. 24 for 1. Quite often, if you can find that length early, then it's a real challenge for the batsman. Sometimes you're searching until you find the ideal length, and it changes every surface you play on. Roddy Latham. Yeah, watching his son Tom play. Played a lot of cricket with Rod Flem over the years. Always an entertaining man to have in the side.
It's very old school Macca, wasn't he? Young player has to do their time, do the duties, earn the respect of the senior players, and Rod was one of those. Personality is like his stature, very Rottweiler, bulldog.
That's his happy face, Roddy. Had a big New Year's. He's always watching son Tom play, be looking forward to seeing him back, perhaps, hopefully, maybe later in the day. Good toss to win for that man. New Zealand bowlers were excited this morning. They've generally had to do things the tough way. The batsmen have had to bat first on green surfaces. And they were excited about the challenge of actually getting first use of the surface.
Interesting watching this over. That's a good start from Tim Southee. He's trying to get the batsman to make as many decisions as possible for each ball. So that ball there, the ball before, it's close to the stumps, far enough away to leave. That one he's made a slight adjustment a little bit closer, and he's asked the batsman to play a shot. So that's a small win for Southee. It's a great line, it's a good length. Batsman's committed. Southee now will want to go a little wider, have the same shot played, looking just to get that outside edge. Now what you want to look at is where the ball goes when it's defended. If it's defended into the slip areas to cover, to gully, then that is also a win for Tim Southee.
If it goes in those areas like you mentioned, then perhaps you're defending a ball that's too wide and not attacking the stumps. So you've got to be really aware in those defensive shots of where the ball is ending up. Also, the challenge also is what balls to defend and what balls to attack, because on this surface it has pace and bounce. You go a little bit hard at it, then it does bring those slips into play, if there's any movement at all. Wide of the crease. Oh, 12 sent back, wanted 1. Running's been indifferent from Pakistan in the 9 overs already. At least it was a nice early call so that Azhar Ali could get back.